This is Michael Hampton. It's March 11th, 2008, and I am standing on the top of Springer Mountain in North Georgia at the southern terminus of the Appalachian Trail, which, as you've probably heard, I am going to be hiking over the next few months. That's 2,170 miles or so from here to Maine. And every so often I will send in one of these videos for you to watch. From the first white blaze here, it's all downhill. And then uphill and downhill some more and uphill and on and on and on for, well, 5 or 6 months. And so I'm off down the trail. This area of the country has had drought conditions all winter, and it's been pretty extreme, but you can't tell it by looking at this trail. It's very muddy where it's not rock, and there's even been some standing water in places. Yeah, a few places have dried out, like here, but most of it's pretty muddy. Now, that's because this area of the country in the last few weeks has gotten lots of rain, not quite enough to make up for the drought entirely, but enough that finding water on the trail shouldn't be too hard. And this is what it looks like if you just stand here and look down the hill. Basically just follow the path of rocks. I didn't realize there would be quite so many rocks up here on Springer, but I guess so. This section of the trail doesn't have quite as many white blazes, so you kind of just have to follow the rocks and the barely visible path here. Now, it's pretty obvious, since there's really only one trail going down the hill here, which way to go, so you don't really need that many blazes, but they do help. And since a lot of people have said the trail has too many blazes, I was surprised to see so few of them on this first section. And this section of trail, as you can see, is extremely muddy where it's not, where the rocks aren't poking through. Now, I'm going to stick to the rocks where I can, rather than go through the mud. Not just because I don't want to get muddy, but walking through mud like that can cause damage to the trail. I'm coming up here on U.S. Forest Service Road 42 here, where this parking lot is where many people come to day hike around here. It's also a drop-off point for thru hikers like myself. We got out of Atlanta about 10:15 or so. Didn't get to Amicalola Falls State Park until probably about 12:45. We did stop for lunch on the way out, so didn't get there till about 12:45, 1 o'clock. And at that point, it was too late to start from the approach trail, even from the top of the falls. So Joy was very kind enough to run me up here, even though it cost her another hour of drive time. I left here at 2 p.m. Got up to the top of Springer, which is 0.9 miles from that intersection, 2:45. Hung out there for a while with some other hikers, signed the register, and left there about 3:35. Now the time here is 4:15, so it took almost as long to come down as it did to go up, which kind of funny. But first mile is done, 2,173 to go. I've come maybe half a mile since the Forest Service road. It's getting a little more green here. Trail leveled off a bit, and it's starting to descend again. I have not seen a single soul since I crossed the Forest Service road, but up on Springer, it was crowded. Between Springer and 42, I think I saw 6 people coming down on the way up, and then 5 or 6 more people on the way down, and they were coming up. So I may have this trail to myself for a while. And that's part of the point, is you will spend long stretches of time out here without seeing another soul. I'm kind of glad to be away from the crowds. Because I kind of, one of the reasons I came out here was to not be around lots of people. And I think after a mile and a half or whatever it is, that I managed to do that. So I got into Stover Creek Shelter here about 10 minutes to 6, about half an hour ago, and I'm out here in the woods about 100 yards away from the shelter to make this closing statement, I guess. It was a short day, 2.8 miles or so up the trail and so on. So we'll get more miles in tomorrow since we won't have quite as late a start. One thing that you should know about Georgia is that it is so far, it's not only south for you northerners, it's so far west in the eastern time zone that the sun doesn't come up until almost 8 a.m. That's official sunrise today was 7:52 in Atlanta, and sun doesn't go down until nearly 8 p.m. So we'll have quite a bit of light left, and I will go to sleep shortly after that. And that concludes day 1, I guess. We will see you tomorrow.